and I suppose my character has a role to play in that. Everyone has a character in both Storybook and in Fairy Tale Land, and mine isn't revealed for a while who my fairy tale character is. But we're all just in there trying to tell a story, and in Storybook we're all everyone's quite naive and a bit vulnerable because they sort of don't know themselves. It's something they've never questioned until Emma comes along and basically shakes everything up, and suddenly we're all asking a lot of questions about ourselves.
And is he a goodie or a baddie, the sheriff?
He's
mostly Regina, isn't he?
Yeah, he's. I don't think he could be categorised that simply, but I'd say he's edging on the side of goodie, I think. Yeah. Is that the only question?
Yeah.
Hi.
Well, obviously we know you kind of.
If you could just say with the
Oh,
process,
sorry, it's
like,
Helen.
Sorry.
Obviously we know you quite a lot from film work. What was it like working on kind of like a mega massive blockbuster TV show?
Terrifying. You don't get as much time as you do in a film, obviously. And it moves at an extraordinary pace, and everyone's a lot more stressed than they are in films because they such limited time and limited budget and whatever. So you have to learn. You learn quite fast how to. It's a completely different medium, I suppose. But
how did you start that out? Were you kind of like? Did you have your?
What's that?
Did you have your acting face on? Were you kind of internally
My acting
panicked,
face?
Or,
I don't know. Well, yeah, I was kind of eased into it, as I said before. Like I'm barely in the pilot,
Yeah.
so it was kind of a nice way of getting in. And then you're off for 3 months, unaware if it's going to get picked up even or not, and you even have to do it again. And then slowly but surely they make more out of your character, and you sort of build your way into it. But yeah, they sort of. What's lovely about this production and these people, they're all genuinely like lovely people and made you feel very welcome, even though I'd never done television or anything, so it was actually quite an easy transition, I think. Hello?
Hi, from Boston TV. What did you prefer, the real life filming or the fairy tale filming? And do you get to do lots of swashbucklings?
I don't get as much. I can say that word. if I say I don't get it, then you say swashbuckling, and then I don't get to do it. It's not like Josh Dallas, who plays Prince Charming, gets to do all the fun stuff. I do get a bit of fighting stuff going on, but I'm not a big guy. I can't fight very well, unless I think I can after a few drinks. So I mean, it does honestly feel like filming two different productions, completely different feel. Like from most of the fairy tale stuff, you're either out in the forest in Vancouver, it feels very like enchanted and magical, or you're in a big fucking green room and there's green screen and it sort of loses something. And then what's good about the storybook stuff, it is quite sort of more grounded in reality, so to speak. I mean, it's not because it's the premise of the story, but it seems that it's sort of more comfortable often to do the storybook stuff because it's sort of real and you're in real buildings and you're not just in green screen.
What sort of costume did you get?
When you watch it, I get pretty crazy costume for my fairy tale characters are pretty snappy dresser. Well, not snappy, but you know what I mean. Yeah. So should I just stand here?
Why do you think the show's resonated so well in America and across the world?
Well, there's this sort of belief that tough times and economic, turmoil and recession, that people cling to fairy tales because they're comfortable with them, and everyone knows them. I mean, like every single person from your grandmother to your mother to your son knows these characters, so there's comfort to be taken in that, I suppose, and it's relatable to the whole family. I think that it makes sense why it's on a Sunday night at 8 o'clock. Kids can watch it before going to bed. It's broad in that sense, but we kind of, a lot of stuff that's broadly written is terrible. So, but we're trying to keep it like broad, but like edgy, cool. I think is the idea. But I think it's good. Like these, Adam and Eddie are amazing writers and know how to keep people guessing and keep the audience, intrigued, like they did with Lost. So I think they've got a little bit of that with this show. I mean, it's a completely different show, but there's definitely elements of that keep people coming back, I suppose. Robert Carlyle, horrible. No, he's joking. He's like complete legend. He's fantastic. I said to someone earlier on, like he's we bonded quite quickly. I'm from Belfast, he's from Glasgow, and there's a lot of similarities between the kind of people that come from those places. But he's one of those actors that doesn't ever look like he's acting or like he's trying or he's at all pressured by the situation he's in, which is a real treat when you don't have a fucking clue what you're doing and you're just trying to like fit in. I learned a lot from him. I didn't get that many scenes with him. Like I've worked with him a few times, and every time you just you marvel at how effortless he makes it look, you know. And the stuff he tries that sort of looks like it shouldn't work, and then you see it and go, oh, of course, you know. But he's brilliant. Yeah, he's a brilliant guy.
What was he like when the cameras weren't rolling?
Sorry?
What was he like when the cameras aren't rolling?
I don't know if I can say. He's a good, you know, he's good fun. He's a good fun guy. Probably, yeah. But he was doing another show in Vancouver for a few years, so he was like the daddy in Vancouver. He knew all the places to go. He was like the sort of Canadian grandpa figure. He wasn't.
Claire Woodward, Sunday Express. Since you've been in North America, shall we say,
Yeah.
you kept up the music. Do you play in a band over there still? Is there
No.
anybody on the set that you played with?
No, I'm a terrible musician. I was in a terrible band, and it's the last thing I feel I need to offer the world. No, look, Jesus. No, I did. We had nice moments. We supported good people, and but I would if I did it. We were very misguided and very very young and
So you
naive.
think you're a better actor than a musician?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that for a second, but I enjoy it more.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's leave it at that.
Let's talk.
Yeah.
Anyone else? No, thank you very much.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, David.